everyone, welcome to Lola's Frugal Life. This is episode number 57. This is my weekly episode where I share with you the meal plan that I will be using for my family for the upcoming week. So please just stick around for a few quick words from our sponsor and we'll get right into today's episode. Okay everyone, so if you haven't listened to one of my meal plan episodes before, just to give you a quick rundown of what this is every week I share with you guys my meal plan for the upcoming week. I'm hoping it's helpful. I thought maybe you can either use the meal plan if you're totally stuck on what to make, but I of course don't expect that everybody eats the same types of things that my family does. So if you're not using the actual meal plan, maybe it'll give you some ideas to remind you of things that you make that might be similar, or maybe it'll just give you some motivation to sit and make a meal plan. Meal planning is probably one of the most important parts of sticking to your budget because it helps you plan your grocery spending so much easier than not having a meal plan. So this meal plan starts on Saturday. I always put this episode out Wednesday morning, so if you were going to follow it, you'd have plenty of time to get your shopping list together and to start the meal plan on Saturday. I also post the recipes on my Facebook page, and I believe at this point, I think all of the recipes that are in this week's meal plan, I believe, have already been posted on the Facebook page in previous weeks. So I don't think I'll be posting any more, but if there's any that you hear that you can't find on the Facebook page, of course you could post send me a message or post a comment and I will get you that recipe. I will, however, mention where the recipes are located, though, like the original source, while I'm reading through the meal plan. I also want to point out that occasionally you will hear a repeat from the previous week, which I know I definitely have at least one of those in this week's meal plan, and that's because I'm sharing with you my actual meal plan for my family, and sometimes something happens unexpectedly during the week and I don't wind up using a meal that I was planning on using, and it gets shifted into the next week. So like, for example, this weekend we had Father's Day, and I basically wound up getting, we ordered in lunch for Father's Day, and then we wound up having too much food, and then we wound up kind of just eating leftovers for dinner. So we didn't wind up making one of the meals that we had planned on making during the week, so that I had on last week's meal plan. Another thing you'll notice is there's definitely a lot of repetition. I use a basic rotation of meals to make meal planning really simple for myself. You'll kind of know that or already if you listened to this. I don't want to get into too much details because I don't want to keep making it very repetitive, but just very quickly. For example, every other Tuesday we have tacos. On the off Tuesdays, we have a Chipotle night where I do like a at-home Chipotle type bowl meal. So I kind of have a standard rotation that I do most days of the week, and then on the weekends I kind of fill in with some different things, and occasionally during the week I will. And also, as the seasons change, I'll kind of start to change the rotation a little bit. Maybe I'll take out one of the more like wintry meals and throw in like a summer dish or something like that. So anyway, so let's get into the meal plan. So this Saturday, one other thing. This is basically just dinners. I don't plan for lunches. We usually do like sandwiches, frozen pizza, or leftovers for lunches. So I don't usually plan for lunches. Occasionally I will, but for the most part I don't. So this Saturday, we are doing penne with broiled chicken. So that is not an actual recipe. It's just simply I boil up some penne pasta. I broil some chicken, like chicken breast. I cut it up in little strips and toss it with like olive oil, salt, and pepper. Broil it under the broiler. And then I just toss it in with the penne pasta with a little bit of olive oil. And then when it's not like it's still in the pot, like I put it in a bowl, and then I toss it through some mozzarella cheese, toss in some mozzarella cheese, so that the cheese doesn't like fully melt in there, but it's just kind of like a little bit melty, and it's really good. So we're doing that on Saturday with air fryer roasted cauliflower. And I usually do that often. It comes out really good, cauliflower in the air fryer. If you have an air fryer, just a little bit of olive oil, some salt and pepper, comes out really good. We do the same thing with broccoli, but this week we're doing cauliflower. So that's Saturday. Sunday, we are doing Instant Pot Rotisserie Chicken. That was a repeat from last week because we didn't ever wind up having it. So that got transferred into this week, as well as the Pennsylvania Dutch Corn Pie, which I was supposed to have last week, and that got moved into this week also. I thought I was going to have trouble making the Pennsylvania Dutch Corn Pie because I couldn't find pie crust, but luckily when I was in Target, they happened to have the frozen pie crust, so I grabbed 2 of them, and now I'm stocked up for at least 2 meals on that. So that's that. The Instant Pot Rotisserie Chicken, that is on damndelicious.net, D-A-M-N, delicious.net. That's where I got that recipe from. It's just called Instant Pot Rotisserie Chicken. It's really, really good way to make a whole chicken, and it's kind of like rotisserie style. When I first saw it, I was like, how the heck do you make a chicken come out good in the Instant Pot? I was thinking it would just be kind of like not browned or anything, but you actually brown the skin in the, like, using the saute function of the Instant Pot before you pressure cook it. And the Pennsylvania Dutch Corn Pie is from allrecipes.com. And I did mention last week when I was planning on making this, the recipe does call for 3 hard-cooked eggs chopped up. I have never actually made it that way. I'm sure it's fine. I just have never made it that way, so I can't comment on how it is with the hard-boiled eggs in it. So that's that. Then for Monday, we're doing hamburgers. This is one of those meal rotations. We do hamburgers every other Monday. So we're doing hamburgers, just like, I don't really have a recipe for that. It's just plain hamburgers, like however you would make them. I am doing homemade black bean veggie burgers for my daughter. I believe I've posted that on the Facebook page. If I haven't, I'm almost positive I have. But either way, that recipe is on allrecipes.com. And I'm also making a cucumber salad, which there's no recipe for that. It's just something I've always made. I just chop up a cucumber, and then you mix like a tablespoon of mayo, a teaspoon of sugar, and a tablespoon of vinegar, and you make like a little dressing for it. It's just something I always had growing up. And then I'm also going to be making with that oven fresh seasoned potato wedges. That's the name of the recipe, and that's on allrecipes.com. And those are really good. They're just basically, you just take whole potatoes and you cut them into eighths, toss them in some olive oil, Parmesan cheese, onion powder, garlic powder, that type of thing. Bake them in the oven. They come out really good. We pretty much, well, we always make those. Not pretty much. We really, really always make those when I make hamburgers. So then Tuesday is tacos. And again, really no recipe for that. It's just, I think everybody kind of has their own way they do tacos. I just get some soft shells, some hard shells, and I've been liking those tostadas lately, I think is what they're called, like the round circle. It's like a crunchy shell, but it's like flat, and you pile the stuff on top of it. So I kind of just put all those out, put out some lettuce, tomato, sour cream, avocado, taco sauce, and then I do the ground chicken, and I just season it with like the taco seasoning. And then I'll also do like some refried beans for my daughter who doesn't eat meat. So that's that. That's Tuesday. Wednesday, this I put on my meal plan. It's called Chef John's Sausage and Shrimp Jambalaya. It's on allrecipes.com. And the recipe itself is good. But even though I put that recipe on my meal plan, haven't actually been making that recipe. I've just been kind of using it as a baseline to just to remind myself what I actually want to make, which is much simpler, where I just basically make some brown rice and I kind of cook it with some broth, like vegetable broth, and then I cook the shrimp in there, so it's a little bit of like a soupy, no, I'm sorry, I didn't put the rice in there. I cooked the shrimp in the broth. So I just kind of put the vegetable broth in the pan, and then I cook up the shrimp in it. Then I make the brown rice on its own, and then in another pot, like in another frying pan, I cut up the little sausages and I saute them up. So then everyone can kind of make their own bowl, and it's kind of like, you know, based off of the sausage and shrimp jambalaya, but it's not really following the recipe. And then what I do is, if someone wants it like soupier kind of, they can add more of the vegetable broth that's with the shrimp on top of the brown rice, and then you can add some of the sausage on top, and then we just kind of mix it together. But if someone doesn't want the sausage, or someone doesn't want so much of the soupiness, everyone can kind of customize how they want it. So that's what I've been doing lately, and it's really simple and it tastes really good. So That's Wednesday. Thursday, we are doing 5-ingredient crispy air fryer chicken tenders, and that is from saltpepperskillet.com. If you have an air fryer, those are super easy to make and they come out really good. It's basically just like chicken breast. You just slice it into strips, and then you bread it with egg and panko breadcrumbs, and you spray them with nonstick cooking spray, and you air fry them, and they come out really good. And on the side with that, I'm making the 5-ingredient Instant Pot mac and cheese. That's from foodnetwork.com. And that's kind of like one of my go-to recipes that I usually do with chicken tenders, just because it's super easy and it cooks in the Instant Pot. And you literally take 4 cups of macaroni, 4 cups of water, cook it in the Instant Pot for 4 minutes, and then you add a can of evaporated milk, and you add some shredded cheddar cheese, and you just mix it all up, and you have really good quick Instant Pot mac and cheese. So that's that. And then I was just going to do like a bagged salad on the side. And then Friday, this is our last meal of the week for the meal plan, and that's going to be sheet pan chicken fajitas, and that is from foodnetwork.com. It's just your typical, it's just like sliced up chicken breast with peppers and mushrooms and olive oil. And I serve it with tortillas. I'm also making wild rice with that, because last time I just kind of made the fajitas and I didn't really have like a side dish. So this time I'm going to do the fajitas and just like one of those like boxes you buy of like wild rice mix or something like that. Or if I see something that a rice mix that looks like it might go better with the fajitas, I might get something. But I just have it noted as wild rice, and then I'll know that I'll get whatever might go good with that meal. So that's the meal plan for this Saturday through the following Friday. And sorry about that, I had to pause recording for a minute. So anyway, that is the end of the meal plan. So if you would like to message me about any comments you might have, feedback on the episode, if you'd like to hear it differently, if you have feedback on any other episodes, or if you have any topic suggestions, I would love to hear from you. You can message me through my Facebook page at facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life. That's all one word, no apostrophe. You can like the page. You could find all the recipes there from the meal plan, or at least all the ones that have an official recipe site that I was able to post. And you can like the page. You can also join our private listeners group. We just started building a little group. I'm really excited about it. So you can join through, there's a link on the Facebook page. You could just click the link to the group and submit a request to join. Or if you'd like to go directly to the group, you can go to facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life and submit a request to join. Also, don't forget to subscribe on whatever platform you're listening. And I'd be really excited if you left me a review. That would be really great. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope it was useful to you, and I hope you have a really awesome day. Thanks so much for listening.